It is an incident that has caused a shockwave across the globe and causing an uproar among Pakistanians and journalists across the world. The renowned Pakistani journalist was murdered in Kajiado yesterday night. In a statement by the National Police Service, Sharif was being driven by his brother, Khurram Ahmed, when they were flagged down by police officers at a roadblock along Kiserian Magadi Road before they opened fire, killing him on the spot. While sticking to the statement released by Magadi Police, the National Police Service, in a letter signed by police spokesperson Bruno, she also expressed regret following the incident. The incident has seen the men and women in blue to start investigations, as well as the Independent Policing Oversight Authority Ipoa.
There is a alleged police killing of a Pakistani national at Tinga Market, Kajiado County last evening. Our rapid response team has already been dispatched to look at that matter. The name of that Pakistani national is Arshad Sharif, aged 50, who incident happened on 23rd/10/2022 at 22 hours.
However, the incident could have far-reaching ramifications on the relationship between Kenya and Pakistan, as President William Ruto was phoned by the Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif over the murder of the award-winning journalist. Moreover, the Independent Police Oversight Authority says similar incidences have been recorded over the years during the reign of the Special Service Unit, SSU, that has recently disbanded by President William Ruto. In a move that seemed to be a safe face moment for the Anne Makorit-led authority, Ipoa says the Inspector General of Police never shared details of the existence of this unit.
Inspector General is a state officer where the relevant chapters apply. The same with us. So we are all obligated to comply with the law. Actually, the requirement to produce documentation, information, and obligation to cooperate with the authority is anchored in our act and also in their own act, that is the NPS Act. So we are hoping that the Inspector General and other officers within the NPS that have in one way or another control of the document information relevant to investigation of SSU unit and any other unit of the NPS that we may be of interest to us should be able to avail this document so that we do not invoke unnecessary provisions of our act that may actually waste a lot of public officers and state officers' time in court seeking the back and forth and so on. We are hoping that we will have cooperation to ensure this matter is closed once and for all. Kenyans have lost lives, and we are not saying it's police officers who have done it, but when a complaint has been lodged to us, we have an obligation to do what? To investigate. Now, in this list that Madam Chair did mention to you, the list has 112 complaints and also victims that are listed there. It is not 100% that it's the police that have caused those disappearances. Because the people who come to complain, the complainants who have come to us have not been pointed at a particular police officer. So it's investigations that eventually will reveal who are the persons involved in these enforced disappearances and so on. So investigations are on different stages.
Ipoa now says that the Internal Affairs Unit cannot conduct investigations into extrajudicial killings that could have been caused by the unit, and that it should be done by the authority and other relevant agencies. Ipoa is still undertaking independent investigations into the supposed involvement of the DCI Special Unit, SSU, in the disappearance of Indian nationals and their Kenyan driver, Nicodemus Mwania, in July 2002 in Nairobi.
Pursuant to Section 6A of the Ipoa Act, Ipoa is undertaking independent investigations into the supposed involvement of DCI Special Service Unit, SSU, in the disappearance of Zulfik Ahmed Khan and Zaid Sami Kidwai, both Indian nationals, and their Kenyan driver, Nicodemus Mwania, in July 2022 in Nairobi. Ipoa will, as a matter of priority, make appropriate accommodations.
Further, Ipoa is still undertaking investigations into 112 victims of alleged enforced disappearances.
Authority launched own motion investigations into incidents in which 13 dead bodies were recovered in River Tana on diverse dates. All the bodies were at an advanced state of decomposition and had torture wounds. In addition, 11 bodies had stones tied to them. Status of investigations are ongoing. Preliminary investigations point out that the nature of injuries sustained or cause of death point to same or similar perpetrators. Ipoa is undertaking investigations into 112 victims of alleged enforced disappearance to date.
So far, 4 SSU officers are in police custody awaiting arraignment to face charges of abuse of office, conspiracy to commit felony, and kidnapping.
These police officers who are junior are being forced, coerced, intimidated to implicate their bosses, their superiors. Their superiors are not in this matter. Issues about abduction can only be dealt with when we have facts. We have not been given facts, and we have raised that question of law. We hope the court will agree with us, and if the court will not agree with us, we'll move to the High Court to make it very clear that that is not an issue. 2, remember also we are heading to the question, if indeed the state is saying the 2 Indians disappeared while in the hands of the police, then the law, this Criminal Procedure Code section 287 or 387 or 383 provides for an inquest. These police officers should be exposed to an inquest, a public inquest, because the surroundings of the death of these 2 people, of these 3 people, is not clear. So we shall be pushing the way we pushed in the Kianjakoma matter, that these 4 police officers are innocent. They are completely being framed up, and you have seen it when I raised it that they are being framed up. You've seen now the entity coming to bring them to court is not an entity known by law. It is an entity's job who is supposed to deal with domestic issues between police officers.
Chief Inspector Peter Muthi, Corporal Joseph Mbugua, Corporal Francis Ndonye, and Corporal John Kamau were arrested on Saturday and were among 21 officers who were questioned at the IAU on Friday. For Ebro TV, I'm Odee Francis.